Hi there, I'm Adrienne, and this is a short yoga flow to help strengthen your whole back body. We're going to be moving through a few of my most favorite yoga postures that will help strengthen the whole back line of the body. And this can help with all sorts of things like improving posture, reducing stiffness and tightness, reducing your potential for injury, and possibly reducing some of those aches and pains that we often get in our back. So for this practice, you don't need anything. You don't even need your mat. We are actually going to be rolling kind of on and off the mat. So you just need some space around you. And then, of course, your beautiful self. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way down to our backs. Place your feet on the floor about hip-width distance apart, and then shuffle your shoulder blades underneath you just so your shoulders can relax back. Take a moment just to rest your hands on your low belly and close your eyes. And at the end of your next exhale, start to breathe in slowly through the nose. Expand into the lower ribs. And then once you're at the top of that breath, open your mouth and exhale like you're blowing out all the candles on a birthday cake. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhale into the sides and the back of your ribs. Exhale, blow out all your candles. Inhale, really expand your ribs into the floor beneath you. And exhale. At the bottom of your exhale, seal your lips and just take a breath in and out through your nose. And then bring your arms by your sides. Press your feet down into the floor and lift your hips just a couple inches above the floor, coming into a low bridge. Now, as you come up, I want you to slightly tuck your tailbone and press your heels down more into the earth. Breathe in, and as you exhale, lower all the way back down. And then I want you to walk your feet a little bit more out in front of the knees. You have a couple options here, but if it feels good in your body, what I want you to do today is lift your feet up so that just your heels are on the ground. So toes up, heels down. Drive your heels down into the floor like they're shovels digging into the dirt, and then lift your hips and lower. We're going to stay here and do that about 3 or 4 more times. So drive your heels into the floor, lift and lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to release. Good. Let's just do 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, lift and inhale. Good. Go ahead and release. Place your feet on the floor and then drive your feet down as you lift your hips. Shift the weight into your right foot. See if you can keep your left hip right where it is in space, and then lift your left knee. So try not to let the left hip drop, and then extend your left leg up, flex the foot, big inhale. Exhale, tap your hips down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. 1 more. Good. Lower your hips to the ground. Keep your left leg extending up towards the sky, but extend your right leg out onto the floor. And then take your right arm behind your head. You're going to roll. So bring that left leg all the way across your body to the right and roll onto your belly. Take your arms out in front of you. And then just anchor your pubic bone down into the floor. I am not going to set my head down on the earth here just so I don't block my microphone, but you're going to take your forehead to the earth. And then slide your arms by your sides with your palms facing up. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, and then lift your palms straight up towards the ceiling. And then from there, lift your chest and your head up off the ground. We're going to do this in a 3-part movement. So lower your chest, release your arms, relax your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your arms, lift your chest. Release the chest, release the arms, relax your shoulders. 3 more times. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Lift the arms. Lift the chest as you anchor the pubic bone. Lower. Release the arms. Broaden the shoulder blades. Squeeze. Lift. Lift the chest. Good. So 3-part movement. Try not to get ahead of yourself. We've got one more. And then after this last one, take your hands to the floor, reach your right arm back out in front of you, bend your left leg, and you're gonna roll back onto your back. Beautiful. And then come back into your bridge setup, feet on the floor, arms by your sides, push down into your feet, lift your hips, maybe walk your feet slightly closer together, and then lift your right knee up, maybe extend your right leg, flex the foot. Try to keep your hips level, and then lower your hips and lift. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Really drive that left foot into the floor. This is our last one. Lower the hips, keep your right leg extended. Extend the left leg, reach your left arm back, and then roll onto your belly. Now this time, you're gonna take your hands and interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows up. Remember, your forehead is on the floor. I'm just lifted so I don't block my mic. Push your head into your hands, and then take your feet a little bit wider. Anchor your pubic bone into the floor. And as you anchor the pubic bone, can you peel your chest up off the earth? Keep pushing your head into your hands and then lift your legs. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Good. Take an inhale as you come down. And then we're going to exhale to lift. Inhale to relax. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Good. And relax. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Slide your left arm forward. Bend your right knee. You're going to roll back onto your back. Beautiful. Now from here, pull your knees in towards your chest and come on up to a seated position. Take your hands by your hips or just a little further back, and then turn your fingers out. Now, it might feel good to have your hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders, or it might feel good to have the wrists right underneath the shoulders. So you get to play with that. Press your feet into the floor, and then reverse tabletop, lift your hips. Try to keep your chin tucked so you're looking down at your belly button, and then really push the front of your hips up towards the sky. Good, and then lower. Now we're gonna do that again, but I want you to walk your feet out just a little bit more. And same thing as we did in that bridge, you're gonna lift your toes up, heels down, drive your heels down as you lift and lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, exhale, lower. 2 more, lift. Good, make your way down onto your booty, hug your knees in towards your chest and slowly rock back. Just give yourself a little hug here. Beautiful, and then take your feet to the ground. So once again, we're gonna roll back onto our bellies. So I want you to extend your right leg, extend your right arm, lift your left leg up, and then you're gonna spin it over, come back onto your belly. Good, now this time, arms reach forward, make a thumbs up sign. Anchor your pubic bone into the floor once again, and then lift the chest, lift the arms, thumbs straight up towards the sky, and then lift the legs. Keep the legs lifted, take the arms out to the sides, spin your thumbs down and back, and then bring your hands behind your back. Try to touch your thumbs to the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. It's okay if they don't touch, just reach them there. And then bring the arms back out to the sides, rotate the thumbs up and forward. Out, rotate, thumbs to the opposite shoulder blades, extend, rotate, and forward. Good. So keep those legs lifting. This is great to improve our shoulder mobility as well. Let's do one more. And then when your arms are forward, thumbs up, go ahead and release. Give your booty a little wiggle. Now this time you're going to take both hands underneath your shoulders, bend your left knee, and then push into your hands. We're going to do that same twist. Tap your left foot down, but push yourself up off the floor and come upright. And then take your hands behind you. This time we're going to do a kind of half reverse tabletop and a half reverse plank. So your right leg is extended, your left foot is on the floor. Lift the ball of the left foot so the heel is down, and then push both heels into the floor as you lift the hips and lower. We'll do that 3 more times on this side. Lift, lower, exhale to lift, lower, push those heels down, lift, back to center, and then just switch it out. So extend the left, bring the right heel to the ground, just in front of the knee. So you don't want it super close to you. You actually want it a little bit more out in front. That'll better target your hamstring. And then push into the hands, shoulders down and back as you lift and lower. Exhale to lift, lower, lift, lower. Good job. Last one, lift and lower. Beautiful. From here, extend both legs, reach your arms forward, roll down. Take your right foot to the floor, left arm back, and then extend the right leg. You're gonna roll all the way onto your belly. And now this time, arms by your sides, palms face your body. Bend your knees and flex your feet. Keep your feet flexed as you pull your heels towards your booty, and then lift your chest and try to touch your fingertips towards your heels. And then keep your feet flexed, extend out through the heels as you straighten the legs. Don't let your toes touch down, keep them hovering, and then reach your arms forward. And then reach back, lift the chest, maybe try to touch your heels, and extend. Exhale to come up, inhale to extend. Good, let's do 3 more. Keep those feet flexed the whole time. Last one. Lift, maybe hold, don't grab onto your heels, just keep trying to touch. 3, 2, 1. Good, lower. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Bend your right knee. So we're gonna do that same kind of scorpion twist over, but push yourself all the way up off the floor. Now this time, we're gonna come into a reverse plank pose, sorry. Purvottanasana. So for this, I want you to have your feet about hip width distance apart. Feet are gonna start flexed. Hands are in that same position. Draw your shoulders back. So you don't want to start from that internally rotated position. You want to pull the shoulder back into the socket and then push down, press your heels into the floor and lift. And then tuck your chin and kind of look towards your belly button. And then lower. And we're going to do that 5 more times. So lift, push your heels down, lower. Exhale to lift, lower. Good. Last one. Lift. This time you're going to hold. Really push those heels down. Put your hands into the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. And then just cross your legs or swing your legs around to one side. And you're just going to make your way onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and sit back on your heels and take both your hands so that the backs of your hands are on the floor. And the fingertips are pointing back behind you. So I always feel like I lose people when I do this. So you're just gonna have your fingertips pointing towards the ground and then point them back and bring the backs of your hands to the floor. And then just give your wrists a little stretch. You might kind of rock back and forth there. Good, and then release, shake that out, and just make a fist, make some circles going both directions. And then open and close, open and close. Shake it out one last time. And then take your knees just a little bit wider than your hips and settle into your child's pose. So for this, I want it to be nice and restful. Stack your forearms, bring your forehead to your forearms. Close your eyes. Kind of wiggle your torso in between your thighs. And then take a big breath in so that you feel your ribs expand into your thighs. Long breath out through the mouth, soft exhale. 2 more just like that. And then take a moment and just return to a nice, easy, natural breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take your hands to the ground, slowly walk yourself back upright. And that concludes this short flow for your back body strength. So I hope you enjoyed. These are great poses to target the backside and strengthen the backside. We actually don't have a whole lot of opportunity to strengthen the back in many yoga poses. So the yoga poses we move through are wonderful for getting that little bit of extra back strength, strengthening in. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.